Hello and welcome to the show. We find ourselves once more at the car dealership because we are going to acquire a silly car. Now, the Bullet has proven to be more than a match for just about everything in terms of supercars. So we're going to go and get something a little bit on, the rather silly side. Oh, someone else has got a Golf Bullet pretty much, spot on for sale. The car that we are going to have a go with today, I think it comes under compact. Maybe it does. Yes, it does. There we go. The Panto. Yes, we are going to try and build our own version of the drag Panto. You see, there is a certain amount of acceleration in one of these cars. We've seen one beat, I think it was an Infernus, down one of the drag races. There is potential for them to be on the very quick side. While they aren't going to have the top-end speed necessarily, well, they're not going to have the top-end speed of the high supercars. They're so small and so light that the acceleration can, hopefully, be enough to match them. So yeah, we're going to have a go. We're going to build a drag racing Panto. We've got plenty of money. I mean, the Panto is very expensive, $85,000. It is not that much cheaper than the Bullet, for example. I mean, it's about the similar sort of price. I say similar sort of price, about $15,000 less than sort of a Comet or an Elegy or something. So it's a lot of money for a Panto. However, I am hoping a lot of speed. And if this somehow manages to get wheelies, a lot of complete and utter mayhem. So, we have come to the workshop. If only we could have a bouncy hydraulic-assisted Panto. How amazing would that one be? Unfortunately, we cannot. What we can do is go and get the vehicle, an upgraded engine. We have actually got but we have got a bit of options in terms of bumpers. So we're going to go for, naturally, the Extreme Aero front bumper. Most important, if it has Extreme in the title, it must be good. We can have low-side skirts, we can have sports side skirts. We could have sticker bomb parts. I'm not going to go for that look on this car. Instead, we'll go for sports with some more fairly extreme aero bits going on the side. We can have a carbon rear bar. I actually really like the carbon bumpers. I was hoping for like a diffuser, but apparently that is something that we cannot do. We'll come back to wheels later. Brakes, don't really care about. Chassis. We can have a roll cage and chassis upgrade. I am not 100% sure how much of a difference this makes, but it is only $200, so we will get that. We can choose our exhausts. Now, I'm hoping here we go. We can have the side-mounted can. We can go for the silly Shackleton exhaust, or we can just have many multicoloured exhausts going out there. When I saw that, I was thinking, oh, can we get side pipes on the Panto? And then remembered what it was. I think we'll go for the side-mounted one. Fenders, we can get some carbon fenders. Nah, again, don't like carbon fiber bits particularly. We can get, of course, the all-important. We can get the Enforcer push bars at the front. Or we go for some normal bull bars. Let's go for the Enforcer ones on our Panto, of course. Roof, we can get carbon-fibered bits and pieces. We can get sticker-bombed bits and pieces. Nope, we're not going to go for that. We have got the most important, of course. The wing, I say the wings, we can have roof rack and a whole bunch of stuff on top of it. Or we can have a mighty wing, and of course, when that is an option, we're going to have a mighty wing. Admittedly, there is more like scaffolding to hold the wing up than there is in terms of actual wing, but it's going to have to be had. Likewise, race suspension on this car. About the most expensive bit that's gone on the car so far, $10,000 for that one. Transmission, of course, race transmission in this one, and a turbo as well. Now, the wheels are the interesting bit. I don't know what sort of wheels we want on this car. It's a compact car, so it is not high-end like a supercar. It's not a muscle car. It's certainly not off-road. It's not counted as a sports car, or I guess, there is tuner options as well. I think this might be a little bit of trial and error to kind of see and work out what goes on here. I quite like these Cosmo wheels immediately, though, so let's go and stick them on there, and then we will go and get wheel colour. Not that I dislike orange normally, but with the current colour we have going on here, orange did not look very good. In fact, we might go and... Oh, wheels, tyres. We want custom tyres, of course. hopefully this will be the right combination. We might as well respray the vehicle, I think, while we're here. Shall we go for a... we'll go for a nice proper FailRace paint job on this car. Seeing as it is quite likely to roll over at some point, a FailRace paint job would be very, very fitting. And then we will go for a nice dark black. We do accent colour. Is this something that I can do on here? Apparently not that I can see anything changing. I think that's for like the actual lowriders themselves. Wheels, let's go and get these to a colour that is less unsuited to the wheels. I'm happy with if we can find wherever is it ice white is the one that I tend to use for my wheels. I would have been quicker off going the other way, but I wasn't to know that. There we go, ice white, $2,000 for that, but needed to keep me happy. We'll have to have a mess around with the wheels and tyres and see what we can get going. But a drag racing Panto, I think, is ready to hopefully take on the world. For our first meet, we have come out to the beach. Well, sort of the motorway area next to the beach. A relatively short drag race, this one. That works out for me quite nicely, though, because, well, I've got a car that is only going to really like the short drag races. Some interesting competition is around here. We've got to a Spectre if we're feeling really stupidly brave. I'm not exactly confident on that one. We've got a Stratum versus a Blade for our first round. We'll get a bit of a spectate on the go here. See what sort of times they are likely to be setting. From very brief practice I did just to make sure this sort of drag race was working. I think the Bullet was well into the 8s, if not into the 7s. The Stratum is massively quick. Well, certainly in comparison to that Blade, that Stratum is not slow down here. A 9.2 from that vehicle. More than a second clear of the Blade. That's impressive. We have... well, been challenged by a Monroe. I mean, of all the cars here, actually, I'm not too displeased with that choice of opposition. I think it's a good sort of stepping stone. If it had been the Spectre, then I would have been in trouble. Admittedly, the Spectre would have been even more trouble if it lost. The embarrassment, the shame of a, well, many $1 million worth of race car being beaten by a Panto, I think, would be too much to bear. To be fair, the Lamborghini, well, the Lamborghini Miura that we are racing against, should probably be a little bit embarrassed, although not quite so much as the modern hypercar being beaten by the little Panto. We will throw fire at it, and that should have warmed the tyres up a little bit more. We'll see how it goes. We were in the green, though. Will we get a big old wheelie in the... will we get a big old screw-up from the launch by me? Yes, we will. It's too much wheel spin. However... oh, come on! No, he got a good shift right at the end. It was a 9.7... no! Oh, bugger. Too much wheel spin off the line from me, and that cost any chance of a victory. I say any chance of a victory. We were closing for a little while. I wasn't sure if we were going to get a big old launch wheelie, or if we were going to, as we did there, just kind of go, and as it just went, too much in the way of the wheel spin would cost us dearly. Not quite ready to take on the Monroe. Perhaps, though, we will be ready to take on this car. Let's give them a challenge. They are. The Brioso is ready to have a go against our Panto. I need to think of a good name for our Panto. It's a interesting choice of car. Now, I think I have seen AI ones that are probably faster than the one I have at the moment. I'm thinking my tyre choice might be incorrect. Noisy Toy, I think, is a relatively fast Blade. Indeed, the yellow vehicle not really standing too much of a chance. It's kind of flattened off, but it's only a 9.2 from Noisy Toy, so not that much quicker than what we have seen out of our Panto. All things considered, such a terrible start. I suspect we can probably get a 9.2 second run out of this car. Might be a bit of a tall order to get it to dip into the 8 seconds down here. Maybe if we pull as far forward as we can before the game has an angry at us. There we go. Of course, with such a short wheelbase in this, we can probably get away with a little bit more sneaky. When you're racing a Panto, you've got to get away with as much sneaky as you can. Admittedly, this race should be one of the easier ones, although you never know who is going to have a or who might have a horrendous sleeper car. So I guess I could end up being in a little bit of bother here. Let's get those tyres up to a temperature. I think the Brioso or whatever is front-wheel drive, so that will probably help me out here, no end. Okay, we are off the line this time without a crazy amount of wheel spin, which is always good. Come on, Panto! Come on, Panto! It's a 9.4. Doesn't quite get a doesn't sort of get a shift until right at the very end, or right after we've crossed the finish line, so we don't quite get another speed boost. Stratum versus Omnis should be an interesting one, because that Stratum is very quick, but the Omnis all-wheel drive launch has proved a little bit too much for various vehicles to deal with. Shall we challenge a rat rod? I think we should. Which rat rod has the most money on him, and we will challenge them. That's probably not a clever way of doing things, but we will see. 28,000. Oh, Omnis is causing chaos, and you have got 31,000. So let's challenge the red tornado rat rod. Then there's a Mupavur as well. The Mupavur doesn't have a crazy engine sticking out of it. Oh, something just caused a crash. Oh, the Futo caused a crash. I don't know what's up with the Futo. Are you racing, Futo? I thought it was Omnis and something else. Maybe the Futo's decided he's had enough and wants to go home. Don't mind me standing on your car, by the way. I'm just trying to get a good viewpoint. All right, we're just trying to get a good view for the for the race, as you do. What is that Omnis's all-wheel drive launch? It's very, very close. Off of the line. The Omnis gets ahead briefly. He's going to lose out, though, on that top-end speed of the Stratum. The Stratum a 9.7. Actually, not a very quick run from either of them. I could have beaten them there. Not a very quick run at all. But I'm not sure I'm confident enough to challenge that Stratum. Let's see if we can get 20,000 in terms of a bet here. Tornado. Oh, bugger, you know what, we'll just leave it as it is. Not worried about $1,000 in the grand scheme of things. We'll have one more go with these tyres, and then we'll go and change wheels and see if a different sort will do the trick. I don't necessarily want a big wheelie car. I think a big wheelie car would not be good for the poor little Panto. Alright, spectators are, as ever, running across in front of me. Yeah, this has got no way of stopping a wheelie, and is likely just to do a sort of backflip if it gets fired forwards. Right, we are off and underway in our Panto. It's a good start. I'd say about a spot-on start, really. Come on, Panto. Don't run out of speed now. Hey, it's a 9.6. Still not better. Still not better from the Panto, but it's 11.8. That's a poor, poor run from the Tornado. I don't think that these cars around here are particularly fast, but there we go. Right, let us jump over to a custom shop and try a different set of tyres. So, we were doing, I guess, relatively okay with the Tudor wheels, but we are going to try a different set. Now, the high-end wheels were working on the supercars. I'm suspecting probably not going to work on this, though. So, if we go for sport wheels, we'll get a nice set of sport wheels on this car. I'm trying to actually see the tyre tread, whether... So yeah, the tyre tread of the tuner wheels is rather different, a lot more different from the standard wheels. The tyre tread from the sport wheels, sorry, looks closer to the original. So maybe this will do the trick. I'm not holding out a huge amount. I can still have the Cosmo wheels on the car. I'm not holding out a huge amount of hope, but you never know. I kind of want to see the Panto wheelie, and then equally don't want to see the Panto wheelie, because I know if it does wheelie, I'm likely to have a really, really big crash. So I'm guessing you guys are hoping to see the Panto wheelie. So, we are back to our race meeting. There are some different cars, although we have got the Vagos Blade is around, and he is actually happy to go and give us a race straight off the... Well, I say a race straight off the bat. He's crashing into the signpost and now going to do some reverse donuts. Well, I mean, I feel relatively... Don't take out the very, very solid telephone pole. Oh, we've also got a monstrous engine car. Well done. Anyway, let us go and do a race. I am hoping... What is that thing? Hold on a second. I got distracted. That's a blister with a huge... Sometimes the monstrous engines look okay in cars. Sometimes they look quite silly. I mean, I approve of silliness. That blister is definitely on the really silly end of the spectrum. Okay, little Panto. Whoopsie daisy. Too far forward. My bad. Let's spin up these wheels. Let's hope for the best. Hope for a good start. Hope for a controlled start, though. That is the critical bit. Oh, he's got some speed over the last time we saw him down here. God damn it. Oh, we're kind of closing it back. It's not going to be enough, though. It's a 9-7.
This is total bullshit!
Yep, indeed. I love that the blade tried to set the horn of it at the right time to be a sensor. That is very, very amusing. Well done, Blade. I've not got much speed there. I've not got much speed. Well, I don't got that much speed at all. I think we're just going to struggle in that I can't get the power in this that might perhaps be needed. And the sort of the boosty starts, I'm not 100% sure is going to work on the compact vehicle. Shall we race? Oh, Moonbeam Custom doesn't want to have a race. What a disappointment. Prairie, your front-wheel drive, you might be up for a challenge. Oh, Christ, what have we got going on? All the spectators are running over to witness. Excuse me, don't mind, let me use it. I'm getting the best viewpoint in the house from on top of the photo. I think it was, Zentorno versus Zentorno. I guess it would be an exciting race here, wouldn't it? I'm guessing the one, I was about to say, I'm guessing the one with the wing. Silly guess. Turns out he left the car in reverse. 8.2 from the Zentorno. That's actually quite a quick Zentorno. Yeah. Turns out not the best idea. Not the best idea to leave your car in reverse. What a fool. I'm glad it wasn't me. Right, let's go for about 18,000. We do actually need to try and start making back some of the money. We kind of lost money here and not really been able to gain very much. The Panto, not really the most amazing of vehicles. Let's get these wheels up to some form of temperature. Now, we've got to get this start right. I don't think last time I didn't get wheel spin. However, equally, we didn't get a perfect launch. We were kind of a little too slow to get to full throttle. So I kind of sat and waited a little bit too long before putting the throttle down. See if we can do better here. And we are off. And I think that was a good launch, or a better launch at least, from the Panto. We're going to pull away. In fact, we're going to monster the prairie. That's got no speed at all. It is a 9.7, but not really better in terms of a run time. I mean, it just helped that the prairie wasn't particularly fast. It was only doing a 10.8. I had hoped for perhaps a little bit more in terms of the craziness from our... ooh, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, I suspect I gave you more of a heart attack than you gave me there when I frantically dodged out of the way. Shall we see what the monstrous cars can do? I quite fancy beating trying to beat a... So we've got a rat truck, or we could go for Drag King, I think his name is here. That, yeah, shall we go against Drag... Oh, he's refused the challenge? That rat truck there hasn't. Good! He's actually got more money than Drag King as well, so that's fine. So the front-wheel drive prairie here with a monster engine will probably spin the wheels for 10 days before setting off. Once it does set off, it can make up most of that time very, very quickly. Are we going to see like a 6-second run? Probably not with the amount of wheel spin and the difficulties that will have getting off the line. Or maybe it'll just be very, very slow. I mean, it is going to... Now it's start... God, look at it go! Oh, that was so close. The Blade won it. Bloody hell, it took it so long to find traction until it did finally go. Once it did go, though, my God, the prairie was quick. I can't compete with those. I mean, I could compete with that with a bullet, no problem at all. I kind of want to go for 20,000. He has plenty of money on him. This might be a dumb decision. We will wait and see. Don't you go, just because I've got the little car here, don't you go bullying the little car or I'll take out one of your tyres and then we'll see how you do racing-wise, hey? Your sort of Puma-mobile truck version, I've only just realised. We should not be fighting one another. We should not be fighting one another at all. We should be focusing on trying to, well, set good times, if I'm honest. Okay, we're going to be sneaky. Use as much of the space as we can, because I need all the advantage I can get. The crowds are cheering on the terrible, terrible Panto. I say terrible Panto. It's not as bad, I guess, as it could be. I would like a little bit more speed from the car. Well, we're going to have 2 bets, both of them on me, so no one's going to be winning any money at all in this one. They can only really lose them. And we are off the line relatively well in the Panto. The rat truck's got nothing on us, and we are just going to run all the way. Our best run yet, a 9.5. Well clear of the rat truck. I was a little bit concerned it might have some decent performance. Apparently not. Oh, well, now different rat trucks wanting to fight against a faded red blister. Not just a red blister, a faded red. It is an important distinction. Which is the faded? I didn't even notice a faded. Would you say that's a faded red? I would just say that's a normal red blister. He does look like he has got some custom wheels on that one, so probably slightly modified, I would guess. Where's the other one? There was a rat truck somewhere, wasn't it? It's that thing. And so yeah, I didn't notice there were 3 rat trucks around here. Bloody hell, there's a lot of rat trucks. I guess we're going to be racing. Well, we'll try the Futo, or we'll try the Glendale while the monstrous prairie is farting around. Glendale, do you have any decent amount of money? Yeah, you have some decent amount of money. We'll give you a race. Sadly, haven't got to see the other. What's the other monstrous engine car? Oh, the monstrous engine blister. I would love to see that one go, but whether he is going to use it or not, I don't know. Out of these 2, I'm going to hazard a guess that the rat truck might get slightly... I would say, the rat truck kept up initially and then just run out of gears and run out of speed. I expect him to get a little bit annihilated by the blister. A 9.8, not a terrible time. Probably relatively close to my vehicle in terms of performance. 11.7 from the rat truck. Good launch, but just couldn't do anything with it after that. Only $7,000? No. That will not do. Where did I leave my car? Oh, there it is. Don't mind me. Oh, hey, everyone. Yeah, I'm fine. We're good. Nobody watched me face planted into the floor. Nope. Totally not a thing that happened. $12,000? Let's talk about money. We will distract... Oh. Okay, let's talk about slightly less money, because the Glendale is a coward. I thought he had a decent amount of money on him, but apparently not. 11,000. I guess he only had 18,000 actually on him, didn't he? My bad. 11,000 still not going to be a bad amount to be racing for. Have we made up... No, nowhere near made up the money that we spent on this car. We're a long way off, in fact. Little bit of a letdown, this one. I shall be honest. Little bit of a letdown. Let's get these tyres up to a okay temperature, and we will try and get that a better run with our car. We're off the line neatly. Glendale is going to be left for dead. I don't know which one of these cars might suddenly have like big performances on me. A 9.5 again. Got a couple better runs towards the end. We can kind of beat your generic average cars with the Panto. However, much more than that, and it is not quite there. It's not quite capable enough. Oh, shall we? If this is the racing against the prairie that I think it might be racing against, we're going to have a spectate. We're going to have a watch. Ooh, can we get up on that bridge? This is the advantage of a Panto. You can get in places where other cars simply can't. Come on, we'll get the best spectating viewpoint of all time ever, although we won't actually see the... okay, slight downside to this spectating viewpoint is you won't actually see them cross the line. I thought it was a little bit further in front of the bridge. It isn't. Never mind. Ignore me. Quickly. Panto, get into position. And there we are. Have we got... we should have a good line of sight down here. I know we're likely to... I've got to be very, very careful I don't end up activating the... zoomy cam, because that won't work. Oh no, even better spectator viewpoint. This is going to go really badly wrong if somebody crashes. Better spectating viewpoint. Fixed barrel's position. Can I climb on? Yes! This is it! I've got the best spectating viewpoint in the house. This could only end really, really badly wrong for me. Actually, no, better idea even, so that we won't... Oh, so that we won't get caught out by the focusing on the thing. Come on, Prairie! Come on! I want to see the close race. Now the blades got bored. One day they will get there and we will have a brilliant race. Quite when that day is going to be, I do not know. Hey, the Prairie has finally made it to the... oh, Christ. That's not what I wanted to do at all. My bad. Prairie has finally made it to the start line. Okay, apparently if you are in the phone mode, you will go into spectate view. Whoops. Oh, Prairie put it in reverse and is now going to have to really launch if he's going to chase down that muscle car. It is going to be Prairie Victory, a 9-1. As yeah, that didn't quite work. Didn't quite work. Sorry, I thought if we were just looking down through the phone, it wouldn't count as aiming the gun at the start line. Apparently, it does. It wasn't anywhere near as close to a race that time because the blade got a terrible, terrible run. Either way, our Panto needs a little bit of work. Needs a little bit of work. It is not got. It's got okay acceleration. Don't get me wrong. It's not terrible. It can beat. Yeah, it can kind of beat your normal cars and perhaps some very basic sports cars, but anything a little bit more than that, and we are struggling with the car. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and as ever, I shall link all the mods used in the description so you can download them and have a go with them yourself. But until next time, goodbye.